Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to my room. UFOs have been seen all throughout the sky. Are they aliens or balloons? Biden seems to think they're balloons, which means they're probably aliens. MatPat just announced his new channel, and it's not at all what I expected. And finally, the CEO of YouTube has stepped down. But was it for the reasons that she claimed, or is her company under fire? The timing's a little too convenient. All of that and more coming right now, so hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to eat today. So I asked you guys in a community post what topics you wanted me to talk about, so today we're gonna go through them. OLK wanted me to talk about the MrBeast Curing the Blind saga, which would have been a great video to make like a couple weeks ago. I did do a short about it, so maybe this'll do. So MrBeast made a heartwarming video where he cured the blindness of 1,000 people across the world. It's a wholesome video and made me tear up because I just love seeing people make the world a better place. But Jimmy got canceled on Twitter for using his philanthropy for content, which makes zero sense because he wouldn't be rich if not for his YouTube channel, which allows him to be charitable. And his philanthropy makes for some entertaining and heartwarming content. Like just watching people literally burst into tears from being so happy is just so inspiring. But people are saying it's demonic for some reason, and he's just, quote, giving basic human needs to people. Like, bro, he's giving sight to the blind. Like, it just goes to show that you can literally perform miracles of biblical proportion and Twitter will bend themselves into a pretzel to try to somehow make it a bad thing. Jesus himself could come back, and before he even touched soil, Twitter would be like, wow, you're coming back now? And where the hell have you been? Hashtag cancel Jesus. So yeah, I already talked about it. It's considered old news at this point, so I'll talk about aliens because Holly wanted me to talk about aliens, so well, here we go. So the story actually begins with a Chinese spy balloon that the White House hesitated to shoot down, and that bit is important. They allowed a spy balloon, air quotes, to float over the entire continental United States, starting in Alaska where it was first seen, and finally being shot down over the Atlantic Ocean near the Carolinas. Sidebar, I'm just gonna say this right off the bat. How stuck in the 40s do you think we are, bro? Like, you think if China wanted to spy on the United States, they would send a balloon? Like, you know China owns TikTok, right? There are things in the US algorithm that they've actively banned in the Chinese algorithm. Your child has a Chinese spy balloon in their back pocket. Anytime they want to look at you, they can just hack the camera or scroll your For You page. You give your entire life to that platform. So they don't need to send a balloon. This is why I never downloaded TikTok, but I digress. That bit is important because of what follows. After the Chinese spy balloon incident, we were told that 4 other unidentified objects were shot down with concerning haste. All of a sudden, they were sending $400,000 missiles to shoot down what they were saying was more balloons. A pilot claimed to see a cylindrical object in the sky that he was unable to identify, and at first they didn't rule out the possibility of extraterrestrial activity, but then the White House told us that it was probably just a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Hi, I'm Al Harrington, president and CEO of Al Harrington's Wacky Waving Inflatable Arm Flailing Tube Man Emporium and Warehouse. Thanks to a shipping error, I am now currently overstocked on Wacky Waving Inflatable Arm Flailing Tube Men, and I am
launching them into the sky. They've been running with the balloon story since Roswell in 1947, okay? I don't know how many times they're gonna try it. They said that one of the objects they shot down was from the Illinois Balloon Brigade, which sounds made up, but they have a website and the White House sent a $400,000 missile to shoot down what's basically just a science project from Hobby Lobby. Which looks like Biden was panicking over the Chinese balloon and just started shooting things down, which is not good leadership. Like, it's impulsive and weak. So yeah, that's the alien story. And I don't think they were actually aliens, but I'm gonna say this. Like, I'm not saying that aliens aren't real. You know, it's pretty narcissistic to think that we're just completely alone in the universe, that we're just so special that it's just impossible for other life to exist. But it's also the height of hubris to think that they're just coming here to fuck with us or to work with our leaders. For what? Like, for what would be their motive? You know, put yourself in an alien's shoes for a second, right? You have mastered intergalactic travel, right? And you come to the Earth. Why? Material? Material for what? The spaceship? So aliens who built the spaceship on his own planet is gonna come here to power it? Like, so this material, whatever it is on their home planet and on our planet. It's probably safe to say that it's on other planets as well. So the odds that they would magically arrive at our planet for this material is very slim. So they're not mining material. So they're just gonna work with our government for what? Like, what do they get out of it? How does that benefit them at all? Money means nothing to them. Money is only used to control us. So aliens don't care about money. Knowledge? Okay, knowledge is power. But knowledge of what? What would we know that aliens who are so far advanced that they've mastered intergalactic travel, what would we know that they wouldn't know, right? Not much, so we can scratch that. But UFOs have been seen in our skies and have been documented dating back to ancient times, so explain that. There are only two plausible explanations that I can think of that would explain why aliens are here, why we would keep seeing them over centuries, why a crash in Roswell would even happen, or why they would even be working with our world leaders. And one of those plausible reasons is that they were already here, that they never left, and that they only hide away from civilization. Okay, maybe. That's probably more plausible than this one. Second, they created us, right? They have helped us in our development over time, and have invested so much into us being their project, that they can't just abandon the planet. It would explain why we see them so often, why they've never made public contact, why they would be working with our leaders to control us, and why crash landings would occur. Maybe the crash in Roswell was a scientist or a scout ship?
But hey, that's just a theory. A space theory.
Thanks to OLK and Holly for the suggestion. If you guys would like me to talk about any topic in particular, just drop it in the comments, and you could be responsible for the next video. Speaking of theories, MatPat just announced his newest theorist channel, so he has game theory, film theory, food theory, and now he has style theory. Now, at first I was against this. I was like, what? Are you gonna talk about fashion? Right? How could you make fashion interesting? Like, how could you turn that into a long series that would actually be interesting to watch from like a theorist perspective, you know what I mean? But then I read the post and it actually piqued my interest. So here's the community post. Theorist, after months of teasing and hinting at the new theory channel, I am so excited to announce that it's finally here. Today we are officially launching style theory. Ever wondered how the Hulk's pants would actually work? Or if a high heel could actually be used as a weapon? Well, suit up and come along for the... I see what you did there. So yeah, they looked like they were just gonna go into fashion. And then I read some of the content and it actually looks pretty cool. Like the secret to Hulk's pants is Spider-Man. Can these shoes kill you? The Great Pocket Conspiracy. I guess he's gonna talk about phones. I haven't watched any of these. Like the toxic truth about your makeup. Like, can math make you hotter? Like, you know? But now I'm intrigued because all that sounds pretty dope and I can't wait to dive into the series and see what it's all about. And I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna rip into it because I was like, you could have talked about anything else. And it looked like you were just catering to beauty YouTube, and that might be true to a degree. But from the looks of it, the beginning of his catalog, I'm surprisingly excited to see where this goes. But speaking of YouTube, the CEO of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki, has stepped down as CEO. She claims that it was for personal reasons, to chillax with the fam and to work on personal projects. But how true is that? You know what I mean? It's just awfully convenient timing. Now, I'm not saying that Susan Wichita, Kansas is stepping down because of the lawsuit with Onision, but I'm also not saying that. All I'm saying is that the timing is weird. I'll put a link to the last video right there if you guys want to watch it. Onision gets caught in a really bad sex trafficking lawsuit, and YouTube and the Goog has been named in the lawsuit, and apparently that's not the only one. Like, there's another lawsuit called Gonzalez versus Google, which, as Charlie puts it,
could completely change not only the entire landscape of YouTube, but the internet as a whole.
So we now have two lawsuits that we know about two different things, both active and going at the same time, pulling YouTube and Google's legal department in two different directions. The Supreme Court is considering whether Google is responsible for ISIS terrorism, and the outcome of this battle could literally destroy the internet. So this happens, and Susan Walla Walla Washington steps down, and taking her place is this guy, Neil Mohan. Like, people are optimistic about him, but it seems to me that the only thing people are really hitting him on are the NFTs and the blockchain stuff, because he expressed interest in them when they popped up on the scene. But every corporation did, because they were all run by dementia patients who think that a picture on the internet is capable of retaining value. Hopefully, Neil grew a brain since then and hopes to abandon the NFT and crypto and focus on video sharing on his video sharing platform. That'd be cool. And fixing problems that creators are actually having. I'm not gonna say what good Susan Wojcicki has done for the platform, because I'm sure everybody's gonna give her a proper send-off. I don't care. She spent the last decade pretending to give a fuck about the creators' opinions, wiping her ass with it, and then proceeding to fix things that aren't broken. And the only reason that she created Shorts was to try to copy TikTok. Now, yes, TikTok needs to die. It's a frustrating platform. Look at this badass Viking song.
Far from the fjords and the ice-cold currents, brave and soar over new frontiers, songs and sagas of a fake teacher, and shields and spears. Vows of favor or the thrill of plunder, pulled together for the clan and kin. Clank of hammers and the crash of thunder pound within. Oh, the echoes of eternity. Oh, Valhalla calling me.
This song gets me hyped. But who the hell is this? What addition are you adding to this video? Why are you here? Why did you make the content smaller just to take up half the screen with your stupid face? So yeah, TikTok needs to die. I think YouTube Shorts are gonna kill TikTok because YouTube Shorts is practically the same, only it's not owned by a rival nation. And with that, we've reached full circle. Yay! Let's get to the comment section. For the record, I know reaction content and reaction duets exist. I'm not bashing this girl for wanting to show this song to her audience. I just also thought the song was badass and wanted to do a little bit of a bit. I'm sure this 3D whammon is a nice lady. Anyways, these comments come from the Onision's final message video. I'll put it right here. This one comes from C. Marie. I noticed the dilated thing right away. I hope your channel blows up. This was great. Thank you, friend. Now, I'm not saying that he was on drugs. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It was just too bright in that room for his pupils to be dilated naturally. Is all. This one comes from Omi Louise. Those were releases of his old songs that he added to his Speaks channel after putting them to a new AI generated artwork. You can still find some of the old original videos on his Onision channel, not that I recommend it though. Oh nice, so I can torture myself for your amusement if you would like me to check those out. Thanks for commenting, I appreciate it. And finally, Paul Rodriguez says, it's always strange hearing him pretend to be natural, like he's mimicking what a person would talk like, with the laughing and the small sarcasm. Right? Almost like he's an alien? If you guys would like to have your comments read at the end of every video, drop one down below and I'll respond to you. But that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this one. And you can go to seekingandselling.thegame.com to check out my merch collection, as well as play some of the video games that I've developed. They're free, and one is on Steam as a demo project. You can go to my music channel at Nepharius Music to see some tunes that I make in between videos. I often get bored and want to rap, so rap, I do. Feel free to check that out, and if you want to see my face for some ungodly reason, thank you guys again, and I'll see you next week. Subscribe! After beefing with Asylum, they be chasing cheddar, but going vegan, it's all I'm seeing. Then they playing catch-up, but always fiending, but never eating. Then they hold the lettuce, but we be cheesing like hungry demons, and they never seem to know it. They leave it till they delete it. I'm controlling alternate personalities, split realities. My actuality is constructed by my mentality. My state of mindset is abiding to my lethality. I wouldn't try to test the might of demons coming out of me like, huh! Next contender, not intending to be tender when I'm tending to your temper. If it's temporary, you're sorta scary, but not extraordinary. Promise nothing carries you, nothing out of the ordinary. More incendiary, I'll light it up till it blows shit. But it moves in motion, competing with my own shit. Fam screaming, oh shit, Neff's a fucking dopest. So every time you come around, nobody seems to notice.